Hello, everyone. This is your girl Shanidra with Beyond the Cover. Yes, I am so excited on today when I say you are on Beyond the Cover. Today we will discover what pressure, how pressure creates diamonds. You come out better than before. The diamond come out better than before. When it first came in, it looks like nothing. But once you put that pressure on that diamond and it becomes a diamond, comes out better than it was before. Even better. Now, I have on my Amore to Classy Boutique shirt on. We will be selling these shirts for fundraiser for some of our classes that are coming up, but we're not going to get into that right now. As you can see, one of our more to Class C um, actual blazers. We have this, leopard is my favorite print. So not only does it have the print, but it has the leopard on it. And you paired it with one of our gold glitter purses, and you styling and profiling, sweetheart. Now we also have our wonderful, and these are only $15. A lot of people like the wallet purses that actually have where you could put your phone. This one you can put your phone. It's only $15. So, well, it has the stuff because it has not been opened, but you can actually put your phone in it. This one also has um, where you could put your cards and your money and all of that in there. So this is only $15 at our location and online, as you can see, a more to classy boutique. Um, so we have a lot in store, as you know. Um, this is one of our items in our lookbook on our More to Classy Boutique lookbooks. So don't forget to look at one of these. If you want one, just let me know, and we will send you out a lookbook along with other items as well. Now, don't forget to get your journals out because you're going to need it today. You're going to need it. When I say you don't know what's beyond this cover, you really don't know. And I don't tell you anything other than what I've been through. But with God, all things are possible. So we also have these available in our boutique as well. Now, again, today's title is Pressure Creates Diamonds. You come out better than before with the pressure. Now, I know when we're under pressure, it's like, no, what the heck? What is going on? Like, why is there so much pressure on me? Why? Why do it seem like pressure? It seems like no matter which way I turn, there's pressure on me. I have so much pressure on my shoulders. Where is God at? I need to hear from God. Where is God at? People say this all the time. But it's just like when you're driving. And I used to get frustrated and, get annoyed when I'm driving. And the whole time, I guess I'm going the right way, the GPS says nothing. But the moment I get off or I'm about to get off on a different exit, that's when she want to start talking. But it's always inconvenient when she decides to start talking. The whole time she doesn't talk. And at first I used to get frustrated because I'm like, dang, why is she just talking now? All this time I've been driving, but I was already on the right path. So therefore, since I was already on the right path, there was nothing for her to tell me until it was time for me to turn or go a different direction. So that's the same thing with God. He's not going to talk all day, every day. Because as long as you're going on the right direction, in the right direction, you don't have to worry about oh, well, I must be doing something wrong. I don't hear from, oh, no. Now it's okay to check because I will check my GPS to make sure I'm on the right path and going in the right direction. So it's okay to check to make sure that you're on the right path. But once you get that confirmation that yes, you are on the right path, understand there will be pressure. But pressure creates diamonds. Shanidra, where did this come from? You said anything that you tell us you done went through or whatever. And it's a revelation to you. And it is, sweetheart. Y'all don't even understand what I have been through. The pressure created a diamond, sweethearts. You come out better than before. Now, before I get into the scripture, now mind you, I've been annoyed by not having my Bible with me when I do my show. So this very day that I decide to bring my Bible to my studio, all of a sudden, some pressure hits me. What pressure am I talking about? Let's see. Now this is what happened to me. This is the pressure that happened to me. And as you can see, there's no makeup on besides eyeliner. Nothing. God. So now I'm preparing y'all all for this. Because when you see what happened, you're gonna be like, what? Oh my God. Why didn't you say? Because God for you, who can be against you? The pressure only creates a diamond. Period. And people are like, well, you still need a la da 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 because you was just in a break, la da da da. But when God gets you out of something, and when God takes you through something, or when God is in it, you don't have to worry. You come out with no scratches, no nothing, because of God. God. People keep wondering, like, oh, why haven't you gotten this? And everybody, they're going to start telling you have to, they can't tell me nothing. Like I keep telling you, I'm standing like Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. Period. God ain't told me to do something. I'm not doing it. I don't care what the world is doing. I don't care what they telling me I have to do. Because I know if I stand firm on what God told me to do, I'm straight. There's no human being or anything that could have prevented or helped or stopped what happened to me Friday. Couldn't nobody keep me alive but God. So I'm going to show y'all a picture of the wreck that I was in Friday. My car was totaled. Look at this. I want to try to get a good glimpse of what happened. So that's what happened to me Friday. This past Friday. It's only Tuesday. I'm still here. How? God. So again, when I say that this is my life, that this is nothing that anybody told me, this is actually God moving and grooving and miracles happening in my life. It is a miracle that I'm still alive. It's no, oh, you were lucky. I'm not lucky, nothing. It was a miracle. It's the act of God being in the midst of it all, being there with me the whole time and saving me. So he had to put a little pressure on me to create the diamond that was already inside of me. So again, now, like I keep telling y'all, I stand like Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. You seen I was just in a wreck. I'm thankfully still here by the grace of God. Now, I don't do the pity party stuff. That's why you didn't see it on Facebook. That's why you didn't see me. Oh my God. Because I knew who was standing with me. Because I've been standing firm on my Father. So I know no matter what weapon forms against me, it shall not prosper. Period. Because I have my Father. Now, I always say Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. Let's go into the word that I was trying to bring. Now, we're going to be in Daniel, the 3rd chapter. And the title of mine says, I'm in the NIV, it says the image of gold in the blazing furnace. It says, we're at Daniel, the 3rd chapter. It says, King Nebuchadnezzar made an image of gold, 60 cubits high and 60 cubits wide. and set it up on the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. He then summoned, and I'm going to explain how this ties in. He um, he then summoned the straps, uh, the satraps, prefects, governors, advisors, treasurers, judges, and all the other provincial officials to come to the dedication of the image he has set up. So the governors, advisors, and treasurers, judges, all of the other provincial officials assembled for the dedication of the king Nebuchadnezzar had set up, and they stood before it. 4. Then the herald loudly proclaimed, nations and peoples of every language, this is what you are commanded to do. As soon as you hear the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, pipe, and all kinds of music, you must fall down and worship the image of gold that King Nebuchadnezzar has set up. Mm. Whoever does not fall down and worship will immediately be thrown into a blazing furnace. That's their fear tactic. False evidence appearing to be real. Now, that's how they try to fear you into doing what their assignment. Mm. But anyways, therefore, as soon as they heard the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, and all kinds of music, all the nations of the people of every language fell down and worshipped the image of God that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up. At this time, some astrologers came forward and denounced the Jews. They said to King Nebuchadnezzar, may the king live forever. Your majesty has issued a decree that everyone who hears the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, pipe, and all kinds of music must fall down and worship the image of gold, and that whoever does not fall down and worship will be thrown into a blazing furnace. But there are some Jews whom you have set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who pay no attention to you, your majesty. They neither serve your gods nor worship the image of gold you have set up. Furious with rage, Nebuchadnezzar summoned Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So these men were brought before the king, and Nebuchadnezzar said to them, is it true, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that you do not serve my gods or worship the image of gold I have set up? I told y'all we must stand like Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, no matter what, and God will be in the midst of it all to deliver us from whatever the trap that they may have. Now, when you hear the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, pipe, and all kinds of music, if you are ready to fall down and worship the image I made, very good. But if you do not worship it, you will be thrown immediately into a blazing furnace. Then what God will be able to rescue you from my hand? Again, how does that relate to the wreck that I was in? What God would have been able to get me out of the wreck with no scrapes or nothing? What God? Tell me. No moon God or whatever y'all talk about, none of that. Got me out of that, but God. So, uh, he said, but if you do not worship it, you will be thrown immediately into a blazing furnace. Then what God will be able to rescue you from my hand? Okay. So you tested my father. All right. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied to him, King Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter. We don't need to defend ourselves. We don't have to defend ourselves in this matter. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us from it, and he will deliver us from your majesty's hand. But even if he does not, we want you to know, your majesty, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold you have set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar was furious and with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and his attitude toward them changed. He ordered the furnace heated 7 times higher than usual. He was so mad because they wouldn't worship his God. He was big mad. So he made it even hotter. So he 7 times hotter than usual, and commanded some of the strongest soldiers in his army to tie up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and throw. So they have to be tied up and all this stuff. So he tied them up, thinking that he could stop something. I see the signal, so my face may be blurry at this moment, but you can still hear me. So again, the enemy is big mad, and I'm gonna continue to talk about how glorious God is. Now, it says, then Nebuchadnezzar was furious, and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and his attitude toward them changed. He heated 7 times hotter than usual, and commanded some of the strongest soldiers in his army to tie up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and throw them into the blazing furnace. Now I'm about to be on 21. This is so funny and interesting how the signal decides to do its extra nonsense when I'm about to tell y'all the wonderful works of God. So I'm just going to keep talking about how glorious God is while the signal is acting up for no apparent reason but the fact that we're not going to serve no other God but God. It was no other God that got me out of that wreck but God. Y'all saw the damages of the wreck. If you need to see it again, it's right here. I mean, it was just that bad. Who got me out of that? No other God. I don't worship no other God. So what God got me out of that? No, it's no other God. Period. 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 He's the only Father. But I'm not going to allow that to distract me because I'm sure you guys can still hear me. I'm going to clarify, make sure. But if I look at this and I see that y'all can hear me, then I'm going to keep going. But I do not want you guys to miss the glorious, like how he did it back then and how he's doing it now, period. Okay, so you guys can still hear me. So that's all I needed to know. Now, I don't care how it's looking blurry. I'm not worried about the looks. Now, we're on verse 21. It says, so these men wearing their robes, now mind you, they're tied up and thrown into the furnace. They're tied up. He's trying to be out. King Nebuchadnezzar, big man. He tried to tie them up and throw them in the furnace like they was going to burn them up, because he don't believe in their God and all of this stuff. So remember that. Now, so these men wearing their robes, trousers, turbans, and other clothes were bound and thrown into the blazing furnace. They was thrown in there. Thrown in there. Thrown into the blazing furnace that was 7 times more than what it was the first time. So verse 22, it says the king's command was so urgent and the furnace so hot that the flames of the fire killed. Now, it was so hot. You trying to kill me, but it was so hot that it killed your soldiers that was supposed to put me in the thing. Tell me. So, it was so hot. It says, the furnace so hot that the flames of the fire killed the soldiers. Listen to this. The flames of the hot burning fire that he set up for Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego killed his soldiers. Not Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. It killed his soldiers. Now, mind you, so that's how hot it is. It was really hot. So, to prove God's point, it killed their soldiers who took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Period. And these 3 men, firmly tied. They were firmly tight where they couldn't move or do nothing. Firmly tied. firmly, fell into the blazing furnace. They fell in on their knees, ended up landing on their knees into the blazing furnace that killed those soldiers. Mind you, this is the same furnace that killed the soldiers. Now they thrown into it, tied up. Then King Nebuchadnezzar leaped into his feet. And amazing, he's looking like, oh shoot, what happened? What? He leaping onto his feet. Now he thinking this gonna burn them up because he done made it hot 7 times hotter, and it done killed it killed his soldiers and all of this stuff. But he's jumping up in amazement. In amazement, honey. In amazement. And asked his advisor, weren't there 3? He was like, what? Weren't there just 3 people? Me, Shadrach, and Abednego. It's just 3, right? It was just 3. Weren't there just 3 men that were tied up and thrown into the fire? Wasn't it just 3? I thought it was just 3. Didn't we just throw 3 of them in there? They replied, certainly, Your Majesty. Yes, there was just 3 in there. It was. All we did was Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. Yes, Your Majesty. That's exactly right. Well, he said, look, I see 4 men. 4. He said, look. He's like, look at this. No, look. I see 4 men walking around in the fire. Unbound. They untied. Period. Untied. He see 4 of them untied. Now, mind you, they were thrown in there tied, bound up firmly, tightly. But he like, look, I see 4 men. And we threw in 3, but I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed. Unharmed, meaning no harm touched them, period. They were in a blazing furnace, blazing 7 times hotter. His soldiers died just getting close to it. But they got thrown in it. 3 of them. But when he looked, there was 4. Tell me, can't nobody tell me about my father. Can't nobody tell me. 4 men walking around in the fire. 4 men walking around in the fire, Lord. Unbound, unharmed, and the 4th looks like a son of the gods. Listen to this. Wow. Nebuchadnezzar then approached the opening of the blazing furnace and shouted, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out, come here. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came out of the fire. They came out of the fire. Oh my gosh. They came out of the fire. And verse 27, and the satrap, prefects, governors, and royal advisors crowded around them. They saw that the fire had not harmed their bodies. The fire had not harmed their bodies, nor was a hair of their heads singed. Their robes were not scorched, and there was no smell of the fire on them. I was just in a wreck and there was no scratches, no nothing. I came out with nothing. Like, that is my father. Then Nebuchadnezzar said, praise be to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angels and rescued his servants. They trusted in him and defied the king's command and were willing to give up their lives rather than serve or worship any god except their own God. Therefore, I decree that the people of any nation of language who say anything against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be cut into pieces, and their houses be turned into piles of rubber. For no other God can save in this way. Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. He promoted them. You get promoted. You come out even better. Even better. Pressure creates diamonds. We just have to stand firm on God's word. We have to stand firm on God. Don't serve no other God, and He will get you out of anything. He got me out of a wreck with no scratches, just like He did before. Just like He did with me, Shadrach, and Abednego. They came out with no scratches. I'm a living witness on today. This is Tuesday. This happened Friday. Came out with no scratches. You can't tell me that God is not real. Nobody. This is my whole life. I cannot kid you. I kid you not. I kid you not. Just stop following these other guys. Stop saging. Stop doing all this stuff. I'm here to tell you. You stand firm on God. He's standing firm on you. God for you, who can be against you? It don't matter what weapons they form against you. As you can see, He's going to be with you. It was 4 of them. 4. They tried to kill 3 of them, but when in the midst of the fire that saved them, it was 4, because God is with you, and God was with David, and God was with Joseph. He is with you. It don't matter. Quit worrying about what your enemies are doing. Don't worry about them. Period, because they can't do nothing to you. He's using that for you to be a blessing to them so they can see your Father, your God. But if you serving their God and you're not standing firm on Him, what the heck? Why do you call Him Lord, Lord, and you don't do what He say? Why? I stand firm on Him all day, every day. Period. Not knowing that was going to happen to me Friday. Not knowing none of this stuff. But I thank God, the only God, my Father, that He saved me. Just like He saved them. No scratches, no nothing. You can't tell me. Look how little my body. There's no other God, no sage that I did. There was nothing, no other protection that could have, no chain. That's ridiculous. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. And serve the Almighty. Because He for you, who can be against you? He will be in the midst. He knows. He knows the plots of the enemy. Why are you worried about it? Don't worry about it no more. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Because God got you. You come out even better. Better than before. I'm better than before. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. The pressure that is on you only creates the diamond. You're already a diamond. The pressure is just putting that pressure to make it form into the diamond that you already are. You come out better than before. They came out just as normal servants of God. But look what happened after it. Everybody had to serve their God. And that's all God is wanting us to do. He's wanting us to stand firm, like me, Shadrach, and Abednego, so everybody can know who our Father is. Period. You come out even better. Better than before. The pressure only creates diamonds. This is not just in the Bible. That happened to me, Shadrach, and Abednego. I showed you a picture of the wreck that I was just in Friday with no scratches, no makeup, no nothing but eyeliner. There's no foundation, no nothing. Nothing. No scratches, no nothing. Nothing. On me nor my kids. Nothing. It was nothing but God's hands. No look, no nothing. No universe, nothing saved me but my Father, whom I serve, who I stand firm on. Period. All day, every day, and I will continue. And if this is not an example to you, I don't know what else to tell you. He loves you. You're still here. You're still breathing. You still have an assignment. When I got up out of there, I was like, my assignment is not done. I still have an assignment on my life I have to complete. Period. Period. I'm coming out better than before. Just like the phoenix come out of the ashes. Better than before. Look up what a phoenix is. It's an immortal creature. Look up what immortal means. So that's all I have for you guys today. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what God is doing with Beyond the Cover, where you discover. So I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek, and that's how we're gonna end it. But just know the pressure that's on you only creates diamonds. You come out better than before. They came out better than before. As we read, King Nebuchadnezzar promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. He promoted them. They got promoted after they came out the fire. So the pressure only created a diamond. Period. They came out better than before. They came out better than they was before they got in there. Period. And God was with them. 4. Remember that. We read Daniel the whole 3rd chapter. And I'm a living witness that that's still happening on today. So you can't just say, oh, that's just what that. No, that just happened Friday. You seeing me Tuesday on February the 1st. That happened on January the 28th. I'm still here. No scratches, no nothing. So that's happening today. Same God that was before is the same God today. So that's all I have for you on today. And if you can't see that we're not guaranteed tomorrow or the next hour, the next minute, or the next second. So quit serving whomever you are serving and serve the God of Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, the God of Shinedra, the one whom I serve, the Almighty, the only God. He said, serve no other gods, period. There's nothing other than him, period. So I serve the Almighty, and it was nothing but the Almighty, no luck, no nothing, but God, the Almighty, that got me out of the wreck. It was nothing but God that got me, Shadrach, and Abednego. You come out even better. That's the whole message. Now I'm going to allow you guys to see a glimpse of what Beyond the Cover is to be. Hello, everyone. This is Shinedra Matthews, the proud owner of Sea Portraits and Magazine LLC. As you can see behind me, we have Beyond the Cover, which is an extension of Sea Portraits Magazine LLC. Beyond the Cover goes beyond the cover, beyond my TV show, my Roku, and my YouTube, and also the local channels. It is also a facility that helps others find their gift, their God-given gift. We have different rooms for the children to find their gifts, and it goes from children on to adults. Now, we also have our Amora to Classy Boutique, and our Amora to